Brian Coffey is a fan of all types of obscure culture, including rare pulp novels, which made him a perfect fit for our book. All you really need to know about what he's going to read from tonight is that it was published in 1967, and according to the cover blurb is a daring novel of today's young underground. Its sexual and mental excesses, its search for sensation and conflict. Brian.
I'll just say, that's going to be a hard act to follow. That was fantastic. But firstly, thanks a lot for coming along, and thanks to Ian and Andrew for pulling together just an absolutely fantastic book. I reckon it's a ripper.
Thanks, Brian.
And thanks for the opportunity to actually write a chapter on hippie pulp. So, like other youth subcultures, the countercultural hippie movement of the late 60s and early 70s inspired its own assortment of pulp fiction. And thanks to the hippie movement's association with promiscuous sex, free love, mind-expanding drugs and psychedelic rock music, hippie pulps have an enduring charm. The book I'll read from is Happening at San Remo by Bruce Cassidy, who died in 2005, and whose obituary in The Independent described him as one of the last generation of writers who not only read and enjoyed the enormous variety of pulp magazines as they were being produced, but saw them as a useful as well as entertaining entry into the writing business. And that's high praise indeed. So, Happening at San Remo focuses on the events leading up to the anniversary of a university on the west coast of California. And it's located somewhere between San Francisco and Los Angeles. That make it prime hippie territory. The plot centres on the plot focuses on this a planned happening by a three-piece band at this anniversary of the university. And the plot centres on the conflict between the conservative and the progressive elements at the university about whether or not this happening should occur. Added tension is provided by a four-way romantic subplot involving Brendan Tom, the lead singer and main protagonist, the hot-blooded Latino activist Evita Navarro, the well-heeled student journo Laura Lee, and the arch-conservative Cornelius Oakes. And to spice things up a bit, there's also a Timothy Leary type character who's the main source of drugs on the campus. The passage I'll read from is from the opening pages, where we find the band The Surfers 3 doing a gig on the beach a few days before the happening. It's written from the perspective of Brendan Tom, the lead singer, and I've selected it because of the excellent lyrics, and I'm sure you'll appreciate them, and feel free to sing along, particularly Lee and Ian. So here we go. We'd been told the beach was a forbidden turf to the college set, closed because of the gatherings of which mystic rites, complete with indulgences in pep pills, psychedelics and marijuana, had been celebrated countless times. I don't know about that, but the forbidden strip emanated a rousing effluvia. It's a word I had to look up in the dictionary. As if Mount Marvis pre-epic ceremonials had been danced under many a full moon, and an aura of excitement clung even in the salt air and sunlight. I turned and nodded to Stingaree. He's one of the members of the band. El Greco caught the beat from him, and the music started to flow. 4 measures of ad libitum. Now, feel free to join in here. Now listen to my song of doom. I wrote it in the muck and gloom. And here's the burden of my tune. We're dying, comrades, dying soon. Doom, gloom, tune, soon. Woo-wee, woo-wee, gonna catch that rattler to the moon. Woo-wee, woo-wee. You dig? You take this trip up to cloud 9 with LSD. You catch the rattler to the moon. You escape war, the bomb, the life hang-up. The sound of guns, it split the air. The beat of drums, it lifts your hair. The message says your blood they'll shed. The message says you'll soon be dead. Air, dead, doom, soon. Woo-wee, woo-wee, gonna catch that rattler to the moon. Woo-wee, woo-wee. I was watching the crowd. I don't know how I did it, but I moved them. They didn't look the type to suck acid, as we call the act of taking LSD. They were too normal. But sometimes you get fooled, for acid heads pop up in the damnedest places. There's the true mind blowers underground, linking potheads and acid suckers the world over, with visions, flip-outs and freak-outs, all part of the current scene. The warriors rip at the flesh with steel and sit to eat their lunchtime meal. I spit upon the war and curse. This is the end of our universe. Steel, dead, doom tune. Woo-wee, woo-wee, gonna catch that rattler to the moon. Woo-wee, woo-wee. The girls switched their long hair about, looking at me, their eyes bright with the sun, their lips parted and moist, their bikinis quivering. I grinned at them and there was a collective sigh, as soft as the wind, as fragrant as a musky scent of naked blonde flesh. And I went from me to them and back again. I'm flying on the winds of time, I'm riding to another clime, and there I hope I soon will find a decent place for peace of mind. Time, steel, dead, soon. Woo-wee, woo-wee, gonna catch that rattler to the moon. Woo-wee, woo-wee.
Get out of here!